Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosie and Karina, psych investigators.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, guys. So, by the way, I'm recording this with Karina after the fact. So, we end up doing a video with two parts. The first part was totally unexpected. We were talking with each other, and then there was this information that came from a spirit that I had met yesterday here in this building. And it turns out that it, anyway, he was bothering me and he is from the Revolutionary War. So that is a really interesting thing. So I'm just giving you the information now, because once this part is interest stops, then you get right into it. Okay. So,
Yes.
all right. Okay. So that's it. So thanks for watching.
Yep.
Hit a subscribe and or like if you haven't.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So see you soon. So let me, okay, that's, I am like, okay, I have my little pillow
Oh, good. Yeah. I
and
love it.
Corina to do, that's a protection for the two of us first before we
Yes.
record, because I know this is a really, it's rough, right? It's tough, it's rough
Yeah,
to
it
be,
is.
okay, so I like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out. I create a greater circle, I step into it, I feel protected, I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources that create the good and only the goodness of this. Please, spirits, protect Corinne and I, give us strength to both grab the information and share it safely for all parties involved. Help us help our audience and help us help the world if we can, because it's a delicate moment. And please, uh, just share what you want us to share and tell us what you want us to tell. Okay, Correct there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
Now the ghost is yesterday. It's a long story. It's funny. So yesterday, the second video was about Howard Hughes,
Yeah.
and at the very end of the video, I pick up this ghost in this building who wants to talk to me, and I said,
Oh,
"Not now." And there he goes. He's right here,
oh,
and
geez.
he's wearing this work. So okay, I'm
So he
here.
wants to tell us something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go away. I know you were trying to. No, they were coming back. They're coming. What happened? What happened to you? What happened? What are you doing? What they couldn't get me, they couldn't get me, and they fell. What happened? Because he's wearing these workman clothes, like a kind of like, how like men wear these like rough cotton shirt,
Mm-hmm.
construction factory. Or could be, is it a time, did the mob want to kill you? What were you doing? What's going on here? You're afraid, you're trying to jump? Is that what happened? Was there a chimney? What happened here? I know, look, I'm just renting a space here. Okay. I'm not, I'm gonna be around, but we have information to share. I want you to go find a light. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Okay. Really? Okay. Same. Sorry, I have to talk to this gentleman here so that he let us. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I totally get it.
So in the same revolutionary, I can see.
So I feel like he might have information for us.
No,
No?
no, no.
He's
Okay.
just passing through?
No, hold on. He lives in this building. Okay. Okay. By the way, remember when we did the class, the spirits are earthbound. They don't see the light. They're just still here.
Right.
So they're not communicating so much. They're still living in that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They're in that phase. They don't know. Yeah. So he needs to go to the light.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's saying I'm the Revolutionary War. And I'm like, Revolutionary War? And so I look up now. And it happened in Manhattan.
Holy crap, you got a cold. Jesus. Yes,
Okay.
he's
So
there.
the events in Manhattan,
Wow.
Harlem, Francis Tavern, Bowling Green, Financial District, Wow.
Wow. He's telling you the accurate information.
No, because he's like, where, or it's like, where's it's a uniform? Okay. Why are you still here? I don't understand. Did you have to jump? What happened? I didn't want to jump. I didn't want to go. Jump.
Mm.
I didn't want to go. Oh, and he was blown up. Okay. So listen, you've been here for how long? 255, is that right?
Oh
No.
God.
Whoa, it's accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 1776. British occupied okay, in 17. Wow, what?
Yeah. 1776. Wow.
Okay, what was the number I said? 255.
Yes. 255.
So that's right. So 1770, like 1700 plus 200, that's 1900. 776 plus 55.
My gosh.
That's accurate, right?
It is accurate. Oh my gosh.
I
He
know I'm
needs.
counting. Whatever. I'm here. I've been here waiting. I've been waiting. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Okay, so listen, sir. A lot happened. Okay, it's not a movie. You've been here. You're stuck. You don't want to. I don't want to go. Listen, you have to go. It's really nice over there. Go to the light. And I see his family is calling him. His wife.
Oh, go to the
Kids.
light. Go to the
To the
light.
light.
Go to the light.
James. My name is James. Okay, James, go.
Oh, James, go to the light, James.
Says you have those little kids. Okay. Okay, she's going. She's coming.
Oh,
She's coming. Go, go,
I'm just chilling. I've got such chills.
go,
Go, go, go, go,
go. Go now. Go, go.
go, go.
That's right.
Go to your family. Go to
Okay.
your family.
Wow. Wow. You know that God Karina that was
I
on.
know. I'm doing the same thing. I can't. My whole
Boys,
body.
it shows me this building was blown up. There was a bomb, like the cannon thing. I think it's still cannonball times. Whatever. I know.
Yeah. Yes. It was 249 years ago. So that was pretty damn accurate.
Right. So it's like it was one of say it was one of the last uh place, like I don't know, it was like the last towards the end of it or something like that. So okay, so you didn't want to go, but now it's time, Jane. It's been 250.
And
So
your family's there, James. Your
yeah,
family's there
he's,
waiting for you.
he's saying goodbye and he's saying goodbye.
Oh, go, go
Saying
to the
go.
rain.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you. Or no, thank you.
I
And
just
the
got
wife was like,
emotional.
finally, I've been waiting for you, James.
Oh, I got
Okay,
emotional.
wow, wow. Okay, so
Oh,
he's like, I feel this warmth from him. Thank you, James. Thank you.
he's hugging his family.
Oh, what I'm getting. Wow. You know why? Wow, it's saying it's connected.
Yeah, I
Was
thought
George
so.
Washington the general? He was he? Is that right? That's right. The British occupied the city for 7 years after capturing 1776 with their evacuation. George Washington's triumphal re-entry,
Oh my
marking
God.
the end. That's right, George Washington. That's right, Revolutionary War was right. So
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
That's right. They're coming here. The Rosie. They're not gonna take it from us. Russians are not gonna take it from America. Some of them are here. They're not gonna take it. Don't worry. They're not.
I'm getting emotional too.
They're not gonna take it.
No, they're not going to take it.
And I feel this light from them. There, James is over. You see, and I see. He's like, wow. I see the light. He's saying, and he's like really connected. He's like, how can I help you? He's like, and like, uh, and he's just, and I see this energy from that
Yeah,
time.
he's with his family.
Oh, and he's just okay, George, and George, but George is there. Well, he's just waving this neck handkerchief, like that's what they did, I guess. Waving the handkerchief is something.
Yes, they did.
They did
Yes.
because they were waving a handkerchief. That's
Yes,
why
yes.
they're like
That was
waving.
like like it depends on what color too. I believe I want to say like a white one was like the war's over, surrender,
Yeah.
or that kind of thing. And they
But
were
it's a
waving.
celebration.
Yes, they were waving the. It's over. It's over.
Okay. Okay. I say, I say, I'm gonna have to say, Rosie, America is not over. It just started.
It
And they
is. It's just starting.
and it's saying they want that they are messing with everybody's mind. They're bad people. And it's saying even the British were much nicer than they were there, right?
Yeah.
At least they were, it was a straightforward thing. This is all this
Yeah.
pretending to be something they're not. So,
And they're so evil.
wow, wow, wow.
Wow.
So,
Whew, that was a lot to unpack today. We haven't even begun. Jeez
wow.
Louise.
So Sino send it to everybody. Say that we're here. Everybody's here. It's not over. We're gonna overcome it. Stay strong, everybody. Stay strong.
Yeah.
So, okay, so say, Kurt is suggesting that I pause and then send this and then continue the rest of the video because you know how that is, like it will take a long time
Yes.
to,
Yes.
so, okay, so I'm gonna stop the recording, Corina.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, hello, everybody, welcome, Rosie and Corina, psych investigators.
Hello, everybody.
Hi there.
Hello.
So, okay, this is a strange video that we're making today because I was just crying because
Yeah.
and I stopped. So there was I guess it could be another video that I may send before this one or not. But the point is, I got this amazing. I had said, guys, if you watch the video I did last night about Howard Hughes, there was somebody in this building that I'm in who was a ghost who really wanted to talk to me. And then I got all this information from him, and he was like, it turns out he was from the Revolutionary War. So I looked up, and in fact, there was people there was Revolutionary War here in Manhattan, in fact.
Okay.
And George Washington came. Like it was amazing. Okay, George
Mm-hmm.
Five's story. It was like it was him. It was just anyway. So it was really moving. So it was a really good prelude to the conversation. So, the conversation that Corinne and I started today, she was starting to tell me about this encounter that she had, and it's like an important thing. So then it will lead into the core of today's video. So go ahead, Corinne. Go ahead. I'll leave it to you.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to speak very slowly because I do want
Mm.
to make sure I do not say anything that would put anybody in any kind of position in jeopardy. So yesterday I was
Oh,
walking
we're not
into.
gonna- just protection. I mean, Corinne and I did
Yeah,
protection before,
we did it, but
uh,
let's do it for everybody.
but it's
Yes.
super. Right. No, hell. Oh, no. I would ask for protection. Beautiful ray of lights coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I fill my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle, step into it. I step into it, I feel protected. Step into it, I feel connected. I like to ask that informations come only from the highest sources. That they create the good, huh? And only the good. Good for the good people. Good for the good people. Okay, go ahead.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So yesterday, there was an extreme amount of intense energy, and I had to go out and do a few things. So I was entering a location, and as I was entering this location, there were three military jets that just kind of came out of nowhere and flew right over us as we were entering this location. And I'm so very sensitive to vibration and sound. So it just was like, whoa. And so anyway, I go into this location and ended up having a conversation with somebody who worked there. And she had mentioned to me that they were expecting a corporate visit. And I had just said, oh, that's kind of funny because somebody else I know and three people I know had had corporate visits that week. And then her tone immediately changed, and she said that it was a kind of a scary visit. And I said, oh, that's strange for a corporate visit. And she goes, well, it's my husband, and he works in, do I say that, Rosie? Where he
The girl,
works?
the
No,
girl, the girl. Oh, yeah. You can say where he
yeah,
was. If you can say that.
aviation. Okay, aviation. And I'm like, wow, that. And she said, there's been a lot of plane incidences lately. And I looked at her and I said, I wonder why. And I could just tell by the way she was looking at me and speaking to me that we were on the same wavelength.
Oh,
Okay. So as I was saying, I was talking to this woman who was getting a corporate visit. Her husband was getting a corporate visit from the government. And they were very scared. And he was so nervous and sick. He didn't want to go to work that day. He just felt really sick. And as soon as she said that, I just got all these chills and like, oh, she just said something very interesting. And then somebody else walked up and she couldn't really say anything more other than they were very worried about the corporate visit from the government.
okay. So just so you know, guys, I paused the recording because Karina had mentioned something that was more identifiable. So we don't want anything, too
Right.
obvious like that. But basically, I think we can say this part where, like,
Yes.
according to Karina, that she was talking to this woman, and because the part that to mention for it is that she said, well, you know how her husband works in aviation, how there have been, she said to Karina, she said there have been all these accidents lately, right?
Right.
The part, and
Yes, she
then,
did.
and that's when she said she's a little afraid, they're a little afraid or whatever. So that was that conversation that then Karina was interrupted, so they couldn't talk more. But I felt so Karina was like, wow, I felt like it was a message. And by the way, guys, I want to say this quick. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting just
No,
is it
you
okay?
take over because you know
No,
what to
and
say
then
now.
no, I just want to say this part, and then you go back to it because so you know, guys, both of us today are uncharacteristically nervous about this conversation.
Yeah.
So much so that I am actually talking to you from a phone booth on this floor that I have the little private office, but there was somebody sitting next door. I'm not worried about them, like, saying something to somebody, no, but it's just that I want to have the freedom to not worry about, like, I don't know,
Hmm.
whatever, like saying, hearing, and I don't want to censor myself or grant, but this is how sensitive it feels to us.
Right.
And we double checked that it was okay. It's a yes. It's good because we're alerting people. So now go ahead, go back, Karina. The feeling that you kept having. Just go ahead, take back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so yesterday it was like, picking up all this energy of just all this chaos and things to come. And just, it matched what this woman was saying. And even though she didn't say exactly in her words probably what she wanted to say, she gave me enough information and she was looking me directly in the eyes when she said it. And I just had this overwhelming sense as that there was something there because I got the chills, I got nervous, and it's like, oh my gosh, I got to tell this to Rosie. There's too many coincidences here that happened throughout the day that led up to that moment that I felt like I was being given some information throughout the day.
hmm And so earlier when we talked, right, Karina, like we asked about, if it was okay to share. They're definitely okay that they want us to share, to not worry. And also, so then we asked, what is behind it? how to disconnect everything. And we got information, right, Karina? So we're
Hmm.
gonna go back to, so I got enough information to share with Karina and then to say it's time to record it now and to get more details. But what I got was that yes, it's connected to this big event coming, but that's it. So I guess I can say this, right? Like we know guys always said that eventually the military would stop this. And I got this that they do have a plan like this that involves airspace, right? They are that
Right.
kind of like closing the airspace or doing something related to the airspace. And and like and then I saw it, and I had always seen that they would not always like last time we talked, right? I said that the military would they would try something and that they would be stopped. And
Right.
what it shows that they have these plans and they're going to tell the military to do it. And the military will be like, oh, yeah, sure, sure, don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. And they're like,
Yeah.
get the hell out, get the hell out.
Hmm.
So they not a counterattack, but they remove the people that are doing these things.
Hmm.
So then by the end of it, this is, and some people I think were confused. I thought it was clear, but in case you were confused, this is what I saw. I think you took it right that they start to try. They have a very nefarious plan.
Right.
They start to try to put it in. They put it in place, and then they start executing on it in the military. So, oh yeah, well, you're on your side. Yeah, sure, we are.
Right.
And then like no, so they take advantage of it. Like, oh, that's perfect. And like
Hmm.
now it's a perfect situation for them to remove those people.
Hmm.
And that's what we said. That's what I think is going to happen. And as time progresses and we get closer to it, we get more information, right? Like,
Right.
so that's what it feels like that they're gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, it was that, yeah. But then the good people are gonna intervene,
Hmm.
and and they'll go, it's telling me, it's saying, remember that the professor that has a Substack that says the Pentagon has this, they're gonna push out access. They are not happy with these people, and they're not. They may say they are on their side or whatever, but they're not. Like, so I'm not worried. Nobody's George Washington's not worried.
No.
But that's it. They are going to start. They have the plan to get this thing done, and it's not
Yes.
going to go the way they expect because they're going to be neutralized. I don't think there's going to be any deaths on their side either. It's just that they're going to be stopped. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to be prevented from doing these things, and they're going to be arrested in the middle of the action, right?
Right. Right.
Which is even better for us because it's in flagranti, right in the middle, like as they're doing it. It's not a plan, it's the execution of it. So, so,
Right.
so that's roughly. Oh, and the other thing I got too is like why Karina picked it up because she lives in a, the area where she is somewhat close to. We can say that I think, yeah, to
Yeah.
whenever wherever there are military bases, right? So
Right.
so
Yeah.
so that's it, Karina, right? Because
And that's what it felt like to me yesterday. I could feel the heaviness. I was nervous all day. I could barely sit still every time I sat down to, it just felt like just that nervousness. I couldn't get over it yesterday.
Mhm,
And heaviness, it just felt like the plans that they're implementing are starting. And I could feel that. I could feel them starting those plans. I even sat down with my son and said, listen, I know mom's been saying this for a while. Make sure, this time I feel it's coming close. So, make sure you've got gas in your car, just all that logical stuff that we've been saying. But I just felt yesterday that, wow, something is in the air. It is starting. It is starting.
mhm,
And I felt that. And it's like I could almost see them lining up at the borders. And this week I've had so much chaos in my brain. And it's like I told Rosie, my brain kind of split into four quadrants, and I could hear Trump's chaos. I could hear NATO. I could hear our military. I could hear Kamala and Joe and Obama. I could hear all of it at once, and it's absolutely chaotic. So that is kind of what we're heading into for a little bit.
mhm.
For a
So,
little bit.
and also something else about the timing. I think I Guys, I don't remember if I mentioned it last time, but I said that I was having a conversation with somebody who works for the government, and I was telling her, I think I told her this, that I forgot what I was doing. I was getting ready to move or whatever I was doing, and then to get my stuff here, and it said, "Don't worry," because I was thinking, oh, I need to go order the stuff for whatever for this, if if there's like the lanterns or whatever, all that stuff. And I got a message saying, "Don't worry, Rosie, you have until May 10th to order something if I order it on Amazon or something." Because so in my job in New York and things get to me pretty quickly. So I would think so the 10th meaning 4 or 5 days I have right before something this happens. So not that I
Yes.
will order it on the 10th because I'm looking it's the second today, but right, is
Yes. Hmm. The energies are building. I could feel it. It's like a building block. It's just building and building every day. We're getting to this. I know I've talked about this cumulative point. We keep waiting for it to happen, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like we can go past June. I mean, I don't feel like I do feel like there is coming to a point where it's invoked.
right.
There's
So
no other way. So
So
here we
I'm
go.
saying, because the thing, guys, is like we're seeing that this is them escalating on us in a way. So we're just dealing with their aggression, and we're using
Right.
a lot of martial arts have this like idea that like you don't need to attack, you just wait for use their energy to take, right? So
Right.
that's what it feels like. And then people keep saying a lot of whenever from time to time they're like, oh, and this time somebody said something like, oh, some channel said that Jaden is going to take over. I don't see, I never see him speak.
No.
And if
No.
you guys look at all the chats like that, the leaked, he's in all of them. He's in there.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think it's about removing Trump. It's taking the whole government
Exactly.
involved in the whole crime.
Exactly. It's like,
Oh,
you know, what I think everybody needs to understand in a way is that this is an all or nothing kind of situation. Everything is going to get wiped out. They're
mhm,
all going to have to go. There isn't going to be a man standing that's been involved in this.
mhm,
We cannot move forward that way. That's where we've kind of seen that vision, Rosie, where, we've seen it being built back up from the ground. So you only get there when you wipe everything else out. We cannot go forward with any of the players that are in there now. So when we say this is going to come crashing down, we mean this is going to come crashing down. It's going to be everything to where we have to rebuild with the proper people, the rightful people in their rightful places. That's what I always get, the rightful people in the rightful places. That's what will build back this country, not any of the players that are there now.
mhm, mhm. Okay, that's right. And Quinn, can I tell you, I immediately feel so much like I feel like this thing has lifted. For
Yes.
how I was really nervous, I feel really calm now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like that's right, saying girls, you had to share this with you. And it's saying it was important that you take a break, not saying don't go look into other things. Because it's it's that
Yeah.
you need to know exactly, all this single every single detail, but it's just a confirmation. And I do think her guys, Corina too, right? We talked tell her this. The fact that she happened to go into that one store and the woman in that one store told her this randomly, to me,
Hmm.
God aligning things to confirm, to give a confirmation and just to even more information, right?
Right. Right.
So the information actually had to do with the reality of what's going on.
Hmm.
So,
And
so,
I felt it when she was telling it to me. I
mhm,
felt it.
mhm.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I have to dye my hair. Yeah, but it's okay, guys. Don't worry. Don't look at my roots or whatever. So, anyway, but I
Me
feel
too. You just can't see mine.
it's such I feel much lighter now, Karina, finally. I'm like, wow, because you guys, it was nerve-wracking. We were nervous. We were
Yeah, we were. We were
so,
we were stalling.
wow.
And then the
Wow,
ghost
okay.
came in. So
And
it's like
I'm getting two more things. So I kept, guys, I follow some of these, especially the bad tech people. And I noticed they're starting to have this conversation like, we're going to rebuild America, right? Like the fascists, like types. And I feel like, and then the George Washington thing message that I just got.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was this, I felt like what they were saying was, um, what they were saying was that it is like like it doesn't make sense. It is sort of like they want to take over the country,
Mm-hmm.
but in the manner that is less overt. It's not like they're relatively bloodless, but they're not going to succeed, is what they're saying. And that it feels to me like battle-like condition. It's not something. This is why I don't think, and I've said this before, you too, right? Like, I don't think it's something that's going to be like, oh, there's a Supreme Court or whatever. Like, it's not going to be done in the courts, no,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
because it's more like really
Right.
that's what it is.
It's
I
bigger
don't
than the
want to
Supreme
scare
Court.
anybody, right? We don't want to scare anybody, but that's what it feels like. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We're down to a military situation.
Okay. So I was saying it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Wow. So it's okay. So I think that's okay for today, right? Because I feel like Spirit wants us to say goodbye,
Right.
wants us to make it short, not too long. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it for
That was
today.
big. That was heavy energy for us too. So
Yeah.
we have to
Yeah.
recoup.
Yeah. Wow.
I
Okay.
know I do.
Wow. Okay. So guys, thank you for watching and have a good weekend. And have a good
Yes.
weekend for now. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Okay.
Bye.
Prayer and energy time. Let's use this time to send energy to people healing and going through complex health challenges. Their bodies need the energy we send them. Bo, recuperating from intestinal surgery at the Mount Sinai Hospital, battling cancer and winning. I spoke to her today and I felt her mother telling me she will survive and thrive. Cecilia, her sister, visits her daily. Cecilia is herself also battling cancer, and she's also winning. Bella is also undergoing cancer treatment. Let's envision her pain free and 100% cancer free. Treatment. Let's send Bo, Cecilia, and Bella energy. Bo, Cecilia, and Bella are fully healed, full of energy, cancer free, and proud to tell this story of great health and recovery. Okay, so just going to be silent for a bit as I send them energy right now. And I hope you do the same. And also, you can think of others that you know, your loved ones, someone that you feel may be in need of energy, and focus on them. Okay? Okay, so let's start. I'll be silent here for a little bit. Thank you again. Let's create this circle of energy around them. And so it is.